A young man suddenly shows up at a house and claims to be the friend of their deceased son. He even starts bonding very well with everyone in the family. But the family had no idea that this guy has a secret identity, one that could lead to all of their deaths. So let's dive into this suspense-filled story. The movie begins with a family. The wife's name is Laura, and the husband's name is Spencer Peterson. They have 2 children, Luke and Anna. Luke is still in school, while Anna works at a restaurant. One morning, after breakfast, Spencer drops Luke off at school. Anna had worked the night shift the previous night, so she was still sleeping. Laura then looks at a photo of her son and becomes very emotional. It was a picture of their eldest son, Caleb. Caleb was a soldier in the army and had recently been martyred in an operation. Laura and Spencer miss their son terribly. Just then, the doorbell rings. When Laura goes to open the door, she sees a young man standing there. He introduces himself as David and tells Laura, "I was Caleb's very close friend. I've come to meet you all. I was with Caleb in the army." Hearing this, Laura invites David inside. David then tells her, "Caleb always talked about you all. In the operation where he died, I was with him. Actually, I was injured in that operation too, which is why I've been in the hospital all this time. Once, Caleb told me that if anything happens to me, you take care of my family. He was very worried about you." David spoke politely, like a genuinely good person, so Laura asks him to stay the night at their house. David agrees. At that moment, Anna was getting ready to leave for work. Laura introduces her to David as well. Meanwhile, at school, some bullies were harassing Luke and even beating him up. Later, Laura herself goes to pick Luke up from school. When Spencer returns home, he meets David. However, he's not very happy to learn that Laura has allowed David to stay the night because he feels that people returning directly from war might not be mentally stable. But Laura convinces him somehow. Just then, David notices marks on Luke's face and realizes he's been beaten. He is given Caleb's old room to stay in. From David's eyes and behavior, it seemed like he was hiding something. Next, we see Anna with her boyfriend, Jake. Jake was heavily into drugs and also dealt them. Anna tells Jake about David, but Jake doesn't pay much attention and says they'll meet at Christina's party tomorrow night. At that time, Spencer is watching a football match with David. He tells him how hard it is to manage a family. He was supposed to get a promotion at the office, but instead, someone named Alan got it and became manager. Spencer works very dedicatedly, yet there's no hope of a salary increase now. David reassures Spencer, "Don't worry, everything will be fine." Spencer starts liking David and, influenced by his words, allows him to stay as long as he wants, especially since David said he has no other place to go. The next day, David wants to pick Luke up from school. He asks Luke about the boys who bully him. At first, Luke doesn't say anything, but after insistence, he points them out. David follows the boys to a house with Luke. He sends drinks to them, but Mike and Ian don't like it and throw the drinks in David's face. Immediately, David's demeanor changes and he brutally beats them up. Though Luke gets slightly injured in the scuffle, the good thing is that those boys never bother him again. When they get home, Laura sees Luke's injuries and asks what happened. David smoothly covers it up with his words. Meanwhile, Anna is getting ready to Christina's party. Laura tells her to take David along.
At the party, David meets Anna's
Anna takes
friend
him.
Christina, who really likes him. When Christina's boyfriend starts trouble, David beats him up and drives him away. Christina becomes a fan of David. There, David meets a man named Craig who deals in illegal guns. David expresses interest in buying guns from him. Craig gives him an address to meet the next day. David then notices Anna and Jake arguing over something. When Anna angrily leaves, David goes with her. On the way, David encourages her and praises the song playing in the car, a song Anna composed herself. She gets very happy and impressed by David. She tells him she'll compose a song for him. The next morning, while composing the song, Anna overhears David on the phone asking someone when his appearance will change. This wasn't normal, so she immediately calls the military office to inquire about David. They'd tell her nothing because his information is classified, but they do say that David is dead. Imagine Anna's state of mind upon hearing this. She becomes terrified, realizing they're living with a stranger. In the next scene, there's a meeting at the Defense Ministry with Major Carver present. As soon as he learns about Anna's call, he heads to their house with his team. Meanwhile, David meets Craig, takes the guns, kills Craig and his men, and steals all the weapons. You can now see how dangerous David is. Back home, Anna secretly takes photos of David's call log to see who he's been talking to recently and returns the phone. Soon, Spencer comes home and tells Laura that Alan, who got the promotion, and his girlfriend were found dead in their apartment. Police think Alan shot his girlfriend first, then himself. As you remember, Spencer had complained to David about Alan stealing his promotion. Now that Alan is dead, Spencer gets the position and a salary hike. He shares this news with David, too. Then Jake calls Anna to tell her about Craig's death, but he notices police following him and hangs up to escape. On the other side, David and Luke are preparing for Halloween. Luke likes a special knife David is using to carve a pumpkin, so David gives it to Luke. Anna learns that police found a gun in Jake's car, the same used to kill Craig, and drugs in his house. Jake is arrested for Craig's murder and drug possession. Actually, David tipped off the police about Jake to get him out of the way. Anna suspects this. She tells the family everything about Jake's arrest and Craig's death. Spencer says Jake was a druggie and probably killed Craig. Anna directly points at David and says she called the military. They said the real David is dead and this is someone else. David laughs and says he was part of a special operation, so the military won't reveal anything easily. Laura and Spencer believe him. Anna meets Christina at the restaurant and tells her she suspects David. The next day, while dropping Luke at school, she tells him the same and shows him a number from David's phone, belonging to a disgraced plastic surgeon who does illegal operations. She wants Luke to investigate. At school, Ian bullies Luke again, but this time Luke punches him hard. The principal calls Laura and threatens to expel Luke. David comes along and threatens the principal instead. The principal backs down and punishes Luke with decorating for Halloween after school. Luke now sees David as his best friend and tells him about Anna's suspicions and that she told Christina. Next, David is helping Laura with laundry when Carver and his team arrive. They ask about David, but he appears. As soon as they see him, they open fire. David kills 2 of Carver's men, and a fierce shootout begins. Laura screams, "What's happening?" David kills her too, takes a car from the garage, and escapes after killing all of Carver's men. On the road, he sees Spencer coming home and kills him too. Carver knows David will go after Anna next, so he heads to her restaurant. David arrives there, asks Christina about Anna. She says Anna left. David kills her, throws a grenade, and causes an explosion. He does this to leave no evidence. Carver tells Anna about her parents' deaths and explains David's truth. The U.S. military was conducting neurological experiments on soldiers to make them stronger, but on David it had the opposite effect. He became extremely aggressive. He set fire to the facility and escaped. Everyone thought he died in the fire, but Anna's call revealed he was alive. He was programmed to hide his identity and eliminate all evidence, so now he's after Anna and Luke. They go to Luke's school where he's preparing for Halloween. They take him and run, but David arrives at the last moment. They enter a mirror maze room. A teacher shows them the way out, but David kills the teacher and Carver. Anna hides Luke and distracts David. She grabs Carver's gun and shoots but misses. The bullet hits a lamp and starts a fire. Before she can fire again, David stabs Anna's leg with a knife and tries to strangle her. Just then, Luke arrives and stabs David in the neck and chest with the knife David had given him. Wounded, David releases Anna, looks at Luke, and says, "You did the right thing." He gives a thumbs up and collapses. The place is now on fire. Anna and Luke escape. Firefighters arrive and say only 2 bodies were found inside. Anna notices one firefighter, who is actually David, still alive. He fooled everyone again and disappears, never to return. And with that, the movie ends. Friends, if you liked this movie recap, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. We'll meet again with another exciting movie story. Until then, stay well and healthy. And yes, stay with movie stories. With that hope, I'm signing off.